What's good, good people? Welcome back to the Jump Off, the show where we don't just talk about the future, we jump straight into it. I'm your host, DougDeeOrganicone, and today's episode is very special. We're living in a moment where science fiction and real life are colliding like never before. And on October 10th, Tron Ares drops in theaters, a franchise that's built on the idea of humans and programs clashing and rewriting the rules of reality. But here's the kicker. While Disney's dropping the hype on screen, the real world is dropping its own Tron level upgrades, starting with Tesla, who just rolled out their most affordable, fully self driving package, while the reality of the Optimus humanoid robot is creeping into homes. Palantir and Anduril are reshaping global defense with autonomous AI. Albania just appointed the world's first AI powered government minister. Like this isn't just hype. It's culture, it's governance, it's war, and it's also entertainment. Come October 10th, all of this is blurring together in real time. So lock in and let's jump off reality and into the grid. So with Tesla's new frontier, they're bigger than just cars. It's about turning mundane everyday life into hands-free experiences. Commutes are becoming more downtime oriented, and the packages that they just rolled out as of October 1st, it's becoming more accessible than ever. Like, and once we get those robots, the Optimus is going to handle most of your in-home tasks, chores, groceries, errands. Like, the robotics are not sci-fi anymore. It's coming to your front door, literally. Like, you can get your Tesla delivered to your house autonomously. So it's realer than ever. And the data's proven that, when tech's more affordable, it expedites the mass adoption, which shifts the culture. So be on the lookout for, a lot more cars on the road having that T on it, or just being electric and automated. But it's definitely on the way. But moving on to some more autonomous activities that are being upgraded. Um, while Tesla's reshaping your household, Palantir and Anduril are reshaping like homeland defense. Palantir is crunching data at a scale, predicting threats. Like Anduril's building drones and that self patrol, border towers that never blink, AI command centers running war simulations at machine speed. This isn't a preview. This is like live action. This is happening. So when it comes to security and AI, there's always big questions. Um, in my research, I found that a lot of these things are, ran by the quote unquote algorithm, and a lot of the things that determine what is chosen isn't always factual. It comes down to algorithmic selection. So I want to like just throw out there who's like weeding out the discrimination within these algorithmic selections. So that's a major thing that should be, talked about publicly when we are implementing these things to the masses on such a large scale. But yeah, those are just my, I guess, 2 cents as far as like, being patrolled and defended by AI is the selection process of what and who's a threat. But yeah, moving into Albania, who has just appointed their first AI generated government minister, and they named it Delia. I believe that's how you say it. But basically, this AI is going to oversee the public procurement and combat, the corruption that's going on as far as like, where and what's being allocated to whom. So This program is, making billion-dollar decisions on public contracts. I mean, as a pro, I'm sure you're gonna get increased efficiency, transparency, because you can see like logs and whatnot as far as things, and with that transparency is gonna trickle down to anti-corruption with more clear data. Um, the con is gonna be like who's auditing it, and if there is discrimination, who who are the citizens like protesting to? If your minister is the algorithm acting on algorithmic selection, like it's wild to think about, but it is real live action that is currently one of their officials in Albania. But yeah, democracy isn't just being tested anymore; it's being rewritten. We're not asking what if super intelligence is governing said state. We're living in it, and the bottom line is sci-fi has become sci now, like sci reality, sci in theaters, and what used to feel like a distant fantasy is in movies is barely like fiction anymore. Tesla robots are here. Defense AI centered, not human centered. Drones here. Government super intelligence. I don't even know what to call it. Leaders, AI leaders are here. The world itself has become the grid, and the grid inversely is the world we wake up in every day. Like it's wild to think about, and I'm like interested because not a lot of people are really like talking about the Tron Ares movie coming out, but I believe this like literal visual depiction of the code coming to life, like the adverse, which is the to some degree the humanoid robot, the drone, the autonomous drone. These are things that are literal code that are operating in reality. Like I'm interested to hear what a lot of y'all got to say about this. So, I'm starting up, something social myself. So I wanted to do a thread and experience the lead up to this monumental point in our lives. And I need your voice in the mix. I'll be on X, formerly Twitter, under the hashtag Enter the Grid, seeing your thoughts, reactions, and excitement. Let's make this a collective experience, likes, laughs, and reactions. Let's get to it. But in closing, Tesla is optimizing the home life and seamless commutes. Palantir and Anduril are fortifying homeland security, and super intelligence seems inevitably going to take over, in large part government structures. And somewhere in between the hype and the fear lies the truth. Tron is the cultural spotlight revealing, a little piece of what it could be. So stay tuned, stay grounded, and stay woke. Oh yeah, we bringing that back. We bringing the correct usage back, not that politicized BS. The real one. Stay woke. Stay locked in. It's your boy, Doug, the Organic One. Ugh. For another one, I see you.